It was even reported saying it really takes a 13-year-old girl to do this. This woman scammed everybody. Let's get into it. This Filipina was the queen of scams. I know what you guys are thinking. It won't happen to me. It could happen to anybody. It won't happen to you if you know about it, but there's tons of guys around the world. They just don't know about these things, guys, so it can happen. And that's why I talk about these things all the time, but this woman here, okay, was the queen of it. It was even reported saying it really takes a 13-year-old girl to do this. Now, she used a harem of lady boys, actually. And believe it or not, guys, a lot of times, that's the ones that are experts in the scam. You know, and I remember even before, when I was doing interviews, I was trying to get interviews for Filipinas, right? Filipinas that wanted foreigners. Guys, it even happened, I came across a lady boy that tried to disguise herself as a woman. Must have thought I was gonna fall for her scam too. And I'm like, well, no. It was the guy, clearly. You hear the deepness in the voice. The voice was actually deeper than mine, and my voice is pretty deep. Right now I'm making my voice high pitch, but the voice was deeper than mine, guys. Clearly a lady boy. A lot of times, those are the ones running the scam, because what happened is, say if I would have said, okay, you know, I want to do the interview. Because I was just getting it for free. Then money comes into play. But anyway, guys, a lot of times, that's what she would use. Young kids, lady boys, she even said it. 13-year-olds can do this, and it's true, because if you're a guy that would still fall for a catfish type scam, what it does, it still happens. That show is still running today.
Oh! Are you Mercy?
Yep.
So, I mean, guys, it's common sense that it can still happen. It may not happen to you, but it happens to guys all the time. It's probably happened to somebody right now as I'm speaking. Let's get into it. This woman, she was savage. Let me tell you why she was savage. She would brag that it only takes 30 minutes to get a man to strip naked. What she would do is she would actually send a pre-recorded video of a woman strip teasing, right? So she sends the pre-recorded video of a woman strip teasing. Then after that, she sends a bunch of text messages like, hey, you know, how do you feel now? Like, kind of like a sex chat, you know, like when you call 1-800-1900, get one off or something like that. That's what she would do. She used those tactics. And this is why she did that. This is what she would do. She would then get them to get on online with her, and then to be in a video chat showing themselves. So she get them on a video chat, have them doing what they're doing, and then she'd blackmail them. Some of you guys wouldn't fall for it because some of you guys are not just straight horny, you know, you're looking for real love. Like me, for instance, I wouldn't have fell for that, because I'd be like, what is this? This is not what I want. I'm looking for a real woman. And of course, I'm not going off of a video, but some guys fall victim to it. And what she would do is she would then blackmail them and then say, hey, look, I have the video of you. Okay, now I'm gonna send it to everyone on Facebook, because she would do this on Facebook. I'm gonna send it to your family. I'm gonna send it to your friends. In some cases, of course, as some of these guys will have girlfriends. So guys, don't fall for that. I mean, I'm sure it's dead now, but that was the thing she did on Facebook. I'm sure many other sites too, to where you get contacted by a gorgeous girl. Catfish is real. She used the old tactics of a catfish and got guys, you know, because guys, a lot of times as men, you know, we don't expect a gorgeous Filipina to just contact us, you know, and that's how it would happen. It was even one situation where she had a young 17-year-old kid in Scotland who actually committed suicide. And what they told him is, after they, you know, got whatever they could get from him, they told him he's better off dead. Okay, and then he wanted to kill himself. crazy the things they did, and they would do this. And guys, you have to think, it's not just $1,000, but they would take that too. You know, think about it. Sometimes you get the right person, you know, you can get them for $5,000 at a time, and it's crazy, but they would do this. Now, the good thing about this, I don't wish jail on anyone. Now, she's locked away. Okay, they caught her. Now, and what they would say, what she would do is, in certain situations, she would have Christmas parties, right? And during these Christmas parties and also events she had all the time, she had her whole harem of scammers, which were lady boys, young kids, young Filipinos she had, and they considered them a gang, because it really was a gang, you know? They considered them a gang. And what she would do is she would host Christmas parties, just giving away laptops, giving away flat screen TVs. Of course, all the money from people being put on to it to do probably came to her. Most of the money came to her, and people took their dividends. So, you know, she was the boss. She was the gang boss, and so she would hold Christmas parties, and she was like the queen. She was the queen of a harem of scammers, and this woman was so ruthless. She was so ruthless. And guys, this didn't happen 15, 20 years ago. People still catfish to this day. I even said it in the intro. Catfish is still happening. And she's the proof of it. You guys see the catfish show all the time. She got arrested just what? A couple years ago? She was doing this in 2017. I'm sure there's people still doing it now. This can still happen. This can still happen. Now, ways to avoid it. Okay, the way to avoid it is very easy. Everyone must jump on a video call right away. Okay, as soon as you start talking to someone online, I mean, hey, now's the time. You wouldn't even really need to talk to someone online because the Philippines is open. But if you're talking to someone online, picture right away. You have to confirm that that person looks like them and it's really them. You know, catfish is all too real. That's why this happened. This happened from guys that were catfished. I don't know why they would think a video was real. And I know some of you guys are saying, oh, that's just some stupid guys, Jay. No, not true. Just a stupid guy, but it happens. It could have happened to you. Some guys, especially those guys that are not internet savvy. I remember many years ago, this is like the year 2000, but I wasn't internet savvy. This probably could have happened to me then, back in the year 2000. You know, now, this day and age, 4 or 5 years ago, that would have happened to me. But there's tons of guys, blood rushes right to that other head. You're not using this head anymore. And right away, okay, I'm gonna get on camera and take it out. And they start playing with themselves, and boom. Then it's no more fun and games, because this woman had a young kid kill himself, you know. A 17-year-old boy, you don't tell a 17-year-old boy you're better off dead. I mean, it's just crazy, but that's things that happened. That was her attitude. She was ruthless, and when she got interviewed, she talked about it and said how easy it was, like it was nothing. Like, she felt accomplished. Even after being captured, she felt accomplished, saying, oh, it was so easy, and talking about guys like they were a piece of crap, and she really didn't care. I don't know what happened in her life. You know, maybe she had a hard childhood. You know, some people out here in the Philippines go through it hard. Some young girls go through it hard. They never have a good break, or they never have opportunities. So they have to get online and do these things. It's not the majority, guys. I said it even in the last video I talked about a little bit. It's not the majority. It's a small, select group of people, maybe 0.0001% of the population, but if all 0.1001% of the population is online, going at different people, it's gonna feel like all Filipinos are scammers. But guys, in all actuality, that's not true. Come to the Philippines, you see most girls probably won't even want to get online. They're waiting for you guys to come here. Like, for instance, I met a lady friend the other day when I was out eating, and she's not online dating, but she said she would date a foreigner. So obviously, what is she waiting for? She's waiting for you guys to be here, to see the opportunity face to face, and a lot of them are. So even though these things happen, not all Filipinos are scammers, and it's just a sad situation. I was speaking to someone yesterday, And one thing he kept saying, he said he's been watching me. He said, Jay, I've been watching you for a long time. He said, man, when I talk to these women, I made sure to get them on a call first, on Skype call. I made sure to get them on video call right away. And he said, because I've been watching you. All in all, a lot of guys, some guys are old school. Okay, what I mean is, some guys are old school. The old school way was to talk to someone, talk to them on the phone, or even talk to them online, but seeing a picture was okay. And believe it or not, guys, that's not okay. And he said, Jay, the first thing I did was got them on video call, because you have to get them on video call right away. That's the only reason why fish scams still happen, guys. And people still fall for it, where they were speaking to a girl and the girl would say, oh, my video's messed up, it still can happen. Because there's some guys that really there's some guys that could be lonely, that could want to feel the need of speaking to someone or being with someone. And it's not that they're desperate, but in that situation, it could be a little bit of desperation, but I don't fault those. I fault them, but I don't, because I understand. It could happen, a lot of people can be down and out. A lot of people could be in need of attention, they need of love, and they're really searching. A lot of guys are in the States and they're getting their hearts broken by women out there. For the most part, you won't find yourself in problems in the Philippines. Come out here and have fun, but keep your head on a swivel, keep your head on your shoulders, guys. This is here for a reason, for you to think. So just continue to think, continue to keep your head there, and you'll be fine. Okay, if you like my content, you can support that way, buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can book a consultation with me. Anything you want to ask, I'm willing to answer your questions. So yeah, that's buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. Other than that, it's time to go. See you next video.